Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about singleton pattern. So in singleton pattern, one class will work as a single global shared object and it will maintain only one instance across. So let's implement this singleton pattern first. Class singleton private static instance. So this field instance, make sure that this will have one single instance across. So now we are going to implement one method to get the instance of this. So public static get instance. Let's say if there is no instance, so singleton dot instance just to new singleton. Now we will return the instance, and here you also create a private constructor. Now to restrict the use of this across, and in order to prevent the misuse, we are creating this private constructor. So now what happens is, let's say we are logging, so create two variables, get instance, I'm going to run this. So it return true means that our singleton class is working absolutely fine. Let me explain you what happens there. We created one class. This will be used as a global resource across. So now what happens there, we created one private field. This field will make sure that this class will not be misused. We create a private constructor so that you cannot instantiate that. Let's say const s3 equals to new singleton s, and now we see that it is throwing an error. So it is only accessible within the class. Now we have a method to get the instance, and it returns the instance of it. So we see that if there is no instance, it will instantiate. Now here we are instantiating within the class. So since it is private, this will inside only but not outside, and it will return the instance. So this will make sure that only one instance will be there in the class across. Now let's discuss about some real world applications where singleton pattern can be used. Let's say there is one DB connection application. So DB connection class. Let's say you have an application where what you are doing is you will be using it for connection to your database. Now we will have our methods. Public static connect now we simply log that. Alright, we can use any database, Mongoose or Postgres or whatever. Let's say you can use a method like mongoose.connect and pass the URL here. That's up to you. So this is one example. Another example is, let's say, a config application. So config application, here let's say we have some private fields, private app name string, private app version string. So what happens is that we'll have getters and setter methods. version. Oh, okay, I forgot to name it static. So add version. In this way, you have your config application as well. So that now what happens is this will not be misused across. Let's say you are having different instances and using it at different places. This will maintain only one single instance, so that see anyway the config will remain same for your application. Config will not be different. So here as well, if you build if you are building a config for your application, the singleton pattern will work just fine for you. So these are some examples. Now let's say what they will ask in an interview. So what is a singleton pattern, they will ask. So singleton pattern is a kind of design pattern. It is a creational design pattern. Okay, remember, creational design pattern in which you maintain only single instance of a class. Okay, so that the resources cannot be misused. Alright, another question they can ask, what problems does this pattern solve? So this pattern solves the problem of the global resource misuse and maintaining the single instance of a class. Now another question can be, what are some common real world use cases for this pattern? So common real world use cases for this pattern are like, config application, DB connection application, and there might be some other applications where you want only some static data. Okay, let's say logging application. Okay, let's say you have built a logger from which you log the messages. So you can build a logging application as well. There's not so much in this pattern, and how this pattern is different, this is also one interview question. So see, the only thing different here is that it is maintaining only one instance. In all other design patterns you will not see something like this. Here you will see. Okay, so yeah, these are some interview questions as well. You already know why do we use it, when do we use it, and some interview questions and some real world examples as well. So these were the examples for some enterprise level applications that we use. Alright, thanks for watching the video. Bye.